Something that I found that has really helped me with feeling confident with my art is keeping a sketchbook. Hi, friends, I'm Jen, a 26-year-old self employed artist and small business owner. And for most of my life, art has always been a huge passion and interest of mine. Since I was a young kid, I often kept various notebooks and journals where I would spend a lot of time just drawing and trying to learn how to get better at it. At school, during my classes, I would doodle in the margins of my notes, and wherever I went, I often found myself with a pen and some paper, perhaps some napkin, or whatever writing surface I could find just to draw and doodle on. As I've gotten older and have begun to take art more seriously in the past couple of years by pursuing a career in it, I've started to have a sketchbook as a dedicated space for my art practice. My sketchbooks are where I do whatever I want, and I try not to have too many rules or expectations with them because I want them to be a place where I feel free to not only express myself, but also to encourage me to experiment with new styles or techniques. I also like to use my sketchbooks to warm myself up before making art for my illustrations, designs for my shop, or just any finished artwork. And so today, I like to take you along a little sketchbook session with me, so let's just get right into it. Okay, so to start, I'm using the sketchbook I got from Amazon. I'm not sure what the name is, but it came in a pack of 3, and while it was very cheap, I don't really recommend it. It's just been slowly falling apart, and the paper isn't the best quality. As for my media of choice today, I'm using my Caran d'Ache pastels, a black Pentel brush sign pen, and my brand new Faber-Castell Pitt Artist brush pens. These markers have been something that I've been wanting to try out for literally years, so I'm especially happy to have these in my art supply collection. I literally remember watching a YouTube video about an artist using these for his travel sketchbook like 13 years ago, I think, and it was definitely one of those core memories for me, and I felt very inspired by it. I probably rewatched that video like hundreds of times, so I've been very inspired to use them in my sketchbook today. When I'm in my sketchbook, I typically never have a plan for what I want to do. And today, I'm just drawing whatever comes to mind. And so that turned out with me starting with a little blue fish. I just go straight into it without a pencil and without thinking because I don't want to think too much and I don't care for it to turn out perfectly. I'm just enjoying my time and allowing myself to loosen up for some exciting art that I'll be working on later. Like I've already mentioned, I like to use my sketchbook before working on bigger or more finished art. And the art that I'm going to be working on after this is actually for a really fun project that I'm excited to finally share with you. I'm currently working on a coloring book, which I hope to have available in mid-September, but the official date is still to be determined. It's going to be a fall and Halloween themed coloring book, and I'm going to be sharing more details about it in the coming weeks. So if you want to be the first to know, make sure to be following me on Instagram and TikTok as I often post information there first. Coloring books are something that I have been wanting to do for quite some time now, and I just feel finally ready to give it another go. Back in 2021, I actually made a couple of coloring books that I self-published on Amazon. The first one was a farm animal themed one. Then after that, I did a jungle animal one, and the last one I did was a Christmas winter one. I don't promote or talk about them anymore or often because it doesn't accurately display my current style anymore. Plus, I feel like my art skills have drastically improved, so I only want to keep promoting and sharing art that I'm really proud and happy of. This new coloring book will be available in my shop. I'm going to be opening a pre-order for it soon. And for those who pre-order, I'm also going to be offering a couple of exclusive goodies. So just stay tuned for that information if that's something that sounds exciting to you. I'm just really excited about this project, and I hope that this is something that many of you would like. But for now, that's all the information I have. So let's just get right back into the sketchbook spread. So after the bluefish, I decided to make a cute little crab friend for him. Again, I just go straight into it without thinking and without using a pencil and just using the new brush pens I have. Then I decided to use the pastels on the other page to draw this potted plant. I think the plant is a Pelea peperomoioides. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not much of a plant person, and I've tried caring for a couple of plants in the past, but unfortunately most of them have died. So for now, I'm just gonna stick to just drawing them in my sketchbook. To finish the potted plant little doodle, I just added a yellow block of color using my brush pens, and after that, I just really like the way the colors all look together. And now I just worked on a beetle. I definitely do not like bugs in real life. I prefer for them to stay away from me, but drawing them and making them cute is a lot of fun. I recently came across some images on Pinterest of bugs with these flowery, cute patterns on them, and so I wanted to do some of that today in my sketchbook. I'm using the brush pens to add color to it, and then I wanted to make the design pop a little. So I went over it with a white Posca pen to make more doodles and patterns. The space around it was feeling a little empty, so I then used my pastels to add some color and leave some sparkles there in the background. Now, I could have left the spread like this, but more recently I've been making more of an effort to try to fill up most of the page, so I just started adding small little doodles all over it. I'm using my Pentel brush sign pen. This is my go-to pen for these kinds of quick doodles. There isn't much thought that goes into these. I mostly just draw things that I'm really used to doing or just comfortable drawing. It's just to fill up the space and make it more interesting. I really love my sketchbook, and I think it's a really important tool to use as artists. Since I started my small art business, I found myself with less and less time to make art for fun or just for myself. I'm often working on creating art for products or with the intent on sharing it online. And while I love sharing my art and creating art that I think my audience will enjoy, sometimes we just need time and space to create the bad and the ugly drawings, or the drawings we don't want to share with anyone else. It's good to make that art because it reduces the stress and the pressure to always make good, perfect, shareable art. It's how we grow and learn as artists and creatives, and it's a good thing to have and builds a really nice relationship with your sketchbook. Okay, so now I finished adding all my little doodles and added the date. I haven't filled up a sketchbook or spread like this with all these little doodles in a while. I just got kind of lost in the moment, and I think I was a little inspired by the idea of my new coloring book. Anyways, thank you for joining me as I work to finish the sketchbook. We're getting closer each day to the awaited sketchbook tour many of you have been asking and requesting. I'm very excited to share that with you when it's done. I actually already have my next sketchbook ready to use. I got a Royal Talons little sketchbook that I've always wanted to try, and I picked this one because I wanted something that was a little bit nicer but not too fancy or expensive, because I think if I did, I would just be too worried about using it. I just wanted to use something that was a little bit nicer because I often revisit my sketchbooks and I don't want something that's gonna keep falling apart over time. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving me a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more art-related videos. And if you would like to further support me, you can go check out my shop. I'm running a back-to-school sale where you can save 20% off when you use code SCHOOL20 at checkout. The sale ends this Sunday, August 20th, so take advantage of it while you can. I'll leave the link and code for you to find down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!